Yo, hey, lately been feeling myself too hard to be sad when I take a good look at my pockets. Really been stacking this paper. Funny thing is, young nigga just getting it started. Homie, you can ask around. Niggas gon' say this how I get down. I don't lack for a thing. For the bread, I'm a pounce. Get it how I can't take a trip out of town. If it mean it's a ways whenever I touch down. Got like 20 olds calling me now. Ain't got the time, so I tell them to bounce. Knock shit out when I'm up at the mount. Yo, shorty get cracked if you talking down. I don't trip on niggas, they clowns. I'm bro on a mission to get all the fake out. I said on the realest, you thought it was cap wet. Niggas be cap, I tell them to back up, cause I'm ballin'. Know that they feel away. Know that them boys gon' feel away. I can't blame it. Know that they feel away. Know that them boys gon' feel away. I can't blame it. Know that they feel away. Know that them boys gon' feel away. Can't blame it. Know that they feel away. Know that them boys gon' feel away. Hey, but I said I ain't trippin' on niggas on brown with it, just counting up digits. Boys be capped, they ain't stacking no figures. They put up on shorty, she showing out titties. Really on going, I ain't sitting for a minute. I know they gon' hate, but I ain't worried about fitness. Put up with a shorty that's good for my image. You speak on my name, better say that I'm winning. No cap. I ain't came here to waste no time. They don't talk to my face, only stay online. I'm a threat to the game, so they hate though. I'm just chilling on the phone with a bitch so fine. Make a nigga depressed, start to question his life. You can ask your homie, I ain't told no lies. If I said it, it's 100, I can put it on God. If she saying that she let me, gotta kick it to the side. I'm focused, ayy. Thought I told you, shorty, you should know it though. Keep your hand on my desk and away from that stats, girl. It's probably abandon that envelope. Don't even want you around if you ain't on the same. If you come around me, better run it up. All my brothers who with me been here for beginning, the way you should do it when coming up. Cause these rappers around you be fake, I can say from experience, they don't be real enough. Do you people they songs, they act like they 100, boy. All of that cap ain't real as us. Got me hot, I can't listen to fake rappers. I don't talk with them other ones, stay yapping. Money legal, but my brother stay trapping. Got him mad, I ain't tripping when hate happen, cause I know that. Know that they feel away. Know that them boys gon' feel away. I can't blame. Know that they feel away. Know that them boys gon' feel away. I can't blame. Know that they feel away. Know that them boys gon' feel away. Can't blame. Know that they feel away. Know that them boys gon' feel away. Hey, but I said I ain't tripping on niggas on brown with it, just counting up digits. Boys be capped, they ain't stacking no figures. They put up on shorty, she showing out titties. Really on going, I ain't sitting for a minute. I know they gon' hate, but I ain't worried about fitness. Put up with a shorty that's good for my image. You speak on my name, better say that I'm winning. No cap. Hey.
Good morning, good afternoon, or midnight, wherever you are on this planet. Let's see if there's no strange voices coming through the mic. All right, should be good this time. Let me. Someone still needs more screens. Just pop these YouTube chats somewhere. All right, so first of all, welcome once again. Wednesday, NASDAQ. Let's try to make some money here. But morning, Sir Lori. This is the NASDAQ on a daily. I'm basically just plotting out a range. We got a high, we got a low, unable to trade outside of it. Everything in between for me is a range. So if I then use that range in a volume profile, I can see where value is, where the aggression is. So one thing to note here, we are still in the range and we are at the bottom of the range. Yes, it looks heavy. Yes, with everything going on, it looks like it wants to dump. But until we break really the bottom of the aggression where the buyer stepped in, it's shorting the bottom. So if I just point out to the so you're only pointing out the from the top of the start of drop. From the top of the start of a drop. Oh yeah, so way back. So from the news. Wait, you mean like so? No. No. Not sure what you're trying to get at, but $29. Whoa. That's basically the last, yeah, the swing point from the last top to now. Yeah, makes sense. Yes. But the thing I'm missing here is the information from the left, where the buyers stepped in, where the buyers kept it inside of this range. So I'm not trying to pinpoint an entry here. This would be more for an entry. I'm more trying to pinpoint the extremes of the range. Basically what I do with an overnight profile, for example, I literally do the same thing. So if I were to mark out the value area low here, let's give that a green color. I just want to go over this because market has been really volatile, and it's an annoying market to trade if you're out of position. If your position is placed bad, it's a very hard place to keep your stops at your stops, or when you put in break even, it's very easy to get wicked out and still looks good in these conditions. So I'm trying to be more aware of trade location in its whole, like where we are at the daily, for example. So we get the value area low here, and then I would be looking for the aggression on the bottom where we bounced. So basically on the delta profile, I'm looking here for the aggression. Yes, there's a point to be made for the biggest one. Wait, let me see if that makes sense. But I kind of want to see it out of that distribution. So we got value ending here, and then you get this distribution here. I kind of want the heaviest buying under there. So it's basically going to be in 392, 393 for me. Like to have like an extreme. As you can see, price picked up every time it hits that level. So unless that breaks, retest breaks, I kind of want to be very careful shorting this market against that level. Because this could be just the bottom of the range. This could just pop back into range. Very unlikely what was going on, but quit. I just want to point out that that level. Because it's still in range, and it's very easy to get caught shorting at the bottom here, and then price has this amazing rips back up to the upside as it did yesterday. I kind of just want to be aware of that. All right, that's for that rent. So I'm just gonna leave the that extreme level. So if I basically would let me see, where is that level? So if only I would have picked out that level yesterday, earlier, I would have been way more aggressive with a potential long. Because, yeah, bottom of the range. This is where the most aggression was in the whole playing field. It makes sense. Now it's too late, but I just still want to use that information that we're bouncing from that level. And until we really, yes, we can short, or I can short towards that level. But once we're hitting that level again, like for example, if we're here, it's might be not a good idea to short and wait for a break at that level. My voice is low, sir. I can give it some more gain. Should be good though. Like, got enough gain on my mic. Should be good. Maybe you should crank up that volume a little low. So yeah, that's my little rant about the range on the daily. Price is kind of bouncing here. Time is it? 12. Yeah, we can do profiles. We can do profiles. I also might just need to talk more into the mic directly. That would help probably. All right. Let me see what we have here. So on that weekly, back in range, back in value, obviously bouncing on the lows here again. As long as we are in value and above basically those lower levels, the weekly value area low, that aggression level on the prior weekly, the range low of the prior weekly, above these levels or at these levels, I would be looking for longs. To be seen, I think it's still very range bound with a very aggressive volatile market getting picked up at the bottom still. Do we get continuation up? Very unlikely, I think, until things resolve in the Middle East. Yeah, just gotta treat it carefully, I think. I think that's gonna be somewhat of the game plan. So just narrative wise, at the bottom here, key level, they got that bought back up again. If we're against that level again, I might want to look for longs instead of shorting it until it breaks and rejects. But as long as we're back in value and above 24,700 especially, looks good for upside. We'll see. I think the lower time frames will guide me more in today's session than the overall higher time frame. So that said, yeah, let's put in some levels. The highs, the lows, value, to get a better idea what the market is doing. Yep, that's the POC. So yesterday's market, I don't like the shape of it because it's a very trendy looking profile. But yeah, whatever, regardless. So the highs, lows, value, and we are currently trading with a gap to the upside. Gaps every day. So we are about to open. It's right above it. So again, gap rules are in play, meaning that opening price, same thing as yesterday and the day before that. That's going to be important to see if you drive away bullishly, or are we going to fill the gap and then see what happens on the POC, the value area high. Do we bounce? Do we get back in range for a potential value rotation? So I'm basically going to be looking for, one, if price opens up and drives away, longs only until we hit certain points. And or if upon open we fail the opening price, we trade to close the gap. We can bounce, or we can fail, get back into value, get acceptance, and then potentially do a value rotation of that range. Could be a thing. But everything above that POC, I probably don't want to short too aggressively. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Still got 30 minutes though. right, let's see what that overnight is doing. I already was fiddling a little bit with it. Value shifting up here. Yeah, this one is still gonna develop. Kind of want to come back to this one a little bit before 5 minutes when the market opens. It might still develop a little bit, but already I don't see that much sell aggression on the top here. The sell aggression is somewhat lower at the moment. Not the biggest fan of putting that level later on inside of here, but I might just need to. It's basically gonna line up with that point of control. But yeah, too soon to put it here. That could be a key level for today's session. It's gonna be that POC perhaps, and or just use the extremes. Let's give that a few more minutes. Do you use the weekly volume profile for your buys and the daily for entry? Both buys, the weekly and the daily for buys. The daily a little bit more for trade location, the weekly more for overall strength or balance or what the market is trying to do. The lower I go, the more entry based it becomes. So for example, my overnight profiles, they become more for entries. The only entry I really use for entries is basically the value. I mean, you could say I use the daily profile for entries, I guess. I don't really use the profile levels for entries though. It's more candle based. This is more the narrative. What do you look for the counterparty aggression to enter the trade? It depends. Like counterparty would incline weakness in that direction, so means strength in your direction. So ideally, yes. But for example, if price gets back into value like it's doing right now, I'm just using the prior value levels as narrative that price is getting back into value, and it's very likely to do a value rotation. But then I'm just looking for entries on candle structure, but I should ideally have the bigger picture in mind, as in the levels from prior day. I get lost sometimes into the candles, as probably many people do. Anyway, and also just trade ideas. The trade ideas come from the narrative, the daily profiles. As I just stated, we're opening up with a gap. If this is the opening price and price drives up, I'm not going to short. It retests, it still looks good for longs. On the other side, if price fails this level, I'm looking for the gap close. So that's already a trade idea, gap close. Potentially, if the market bounces, finds buyers along after the gap close, and or if everything fails and we drop back into value, yes, obviously the POC is still an area for a bounce and it still looks bullish above. but overall is dropping back into value. So there's a probability price would do value rotation. It's another trade idea. And so I just use it as a narrative, as a game plan, what price is more likely or potentially to do. To be seen if I use my brain today to apply all those things, obviously. Seven more minutes. Not the biggest fan of the profile shape, but gonna have to roll with it. Just trying to see what makes sense here. Depends. See what happens on the sweep. Candle structure, prior candles. Depends what time frame you're trading. The problem with this market is it's this thin that the candles are that big, so it's spooky. So we kind of have to adjust the size we use to still apply those things. So we got 6 more minutes. So let's say this is the aggression and you miss it, and then price moves up. Oh, where's the drawing tool? Some price shoots up, closes above. There's multiple ways of entering here. You could use that lowest closing bearish candle for an entry for a retest, a rebalance. You could use the bigger one here too. Damn, this drawing tool is fucking shit. I just don't want to go too deep in. So a retest of this level, I would have given you, I mean, you have to wait for it and it might not happen. But yeah, it works. I should have more patience to do things like that. We'll try and talk over this when I'm trading. There's always a battle of orders. Give me 1 minute. I need to finish my overnight, because the market's about to open. So here, just pointing out the value area low from the overnight session. It's 4 more minutes, but it's very likely to stay the same. Just gonna draw the value area low towards the low volume node. And then aggression wise on the bottom, it's very clearly the buy aggression under value in excess here at the 570s. I kind of want to do the same on the top side, but value is shifted to the upside. The POC is on top. It's looking kind of bullish if I have to be honest. So I kind of want to use my extreme levels on the extremes, not inside of value. But she's not really giving me a chance to do so. So in the upper distribution at the POC, I'm looking for the aggression on the bottoms, on the sell aggression at the 882s. Now we're selling off, huh? So if that's regained, I'm probably looking for longs. And or if we reject other side. I'm only trading NASDAQ. NASDAQ. Yeah. I should widen my horizon, but yeah, NASDAQ. Let me see if everything is right here. Like this is not right. Why are those levels not lining up? Come on, DEEPCHARTS, don't do me like that. Damn it. I don't know what's going on here, but those levels don't line up. I'm gonna have to use my second screen for my levels here. Regardless, the open is gonna be important. I'm just gonna use my overnight levels on my entry screen. Right, let's see if we get some news, because so we do get news 15 minutes after the open, top of the hour. After 30 minutes, we get news. And obviously, everything that's still going around in the world is going to keep this thing volatile. If Mr. Trump starts tweeting, yeah. But yeah, market's about to open. Just marking out the open here. Already closed the gap. We are at the prior range low right here at the 848s.
Connection lost.
Come on, Apex, get back to me, please.
Connection lost.
No words.
Disconnected.
Shit, Mick just died again.
Disconnected.
Wait, let me mute my Windows system. So everyone's charge is dead. Nice. Like, why are we even trying to trade this? It's been like this every day of the week. Let me check out some servers.
Disconnected.
My screen froze? No, man. It's
Connected.
it's rhythmic. Rhythmic's freezing. It's been like this every day of the week, man. It's I don't know. I'm lost for words.
Disconnected.
Like my rhythmic connection to Apex is connected, but the one I got through DeepCharts at the moment is not able to reconnect. Now we're coming back, I think.
Disconnected.
This is trying to fix my connection here by any means. Okay, we're downloading some data now. That's good. Trade's gone, probably. Fuck. I mean, more patience than I guess. Could have been along around the 930s. Don't want to be in that move right now. So first 5 minutes closed bullishly outside of that range. And see who's going to win this battle. Kind of want to see a lot of buying stepping in here. I just like the potential sweep. I don't want to chase that price though. I want to short against these levels. It's not financial advice. I just want to be somewhat more aggressive on the edges of the market or profile. We are still above the prior range though. That's bullish. Kind of wanted to be in that move before it dumped though. I also changed my settings for my bubbles to 55 or let me double check. Yeah, 55. A little bit higher. I want to have less information, base my trades more on the structure of the candles and use a little bit of the order flow, but not the other way around. Just been too impulsive lately. Also kind of don't want to the bounce on that 882 level. Still the level has to break to be short. I don't want to chase anything here. Also could wait now, see what the market does if she goes up and then join later. Don't like to leave my orders that long there. Do want to be ready for if something pops here. We got a little bit of an imbalance here. Patience. This could also be a very tight stop or a bigger trade. Yeah, news. Yes, sir. Also in 7 minutes. There's a point to be made that this is a potential long area. Could even drag it lower. This could be like a really tight stop. I kind of want to put it above that imbalance. If we start wicking the lowest, I'm putting her probably break even. Right now could be an area to put it break even. Come on, buddy. Damn, why was my stop loss gone? That would have been really interesting. I hate it when price wicks or touches a level and then rejects that to the tick. It's very likely to wick me and still go down. Trying to buy it here though. Wick the prior candle low. Wick the prior candle low. Melt. Go, buddy. Reject, reject, reject. That's fine. Trade is still valid though. Just want to take profit. Just want to make money. Which I haven't been doing last 2 days, so let's start making money, huh? Get news into morning, David, or afternoon, or midnight. Very good, very good. So these are the highs of yesterday's session. Still looks very heavy. Got absorbed big time here. Overall, I would be looking for a 720. Especially if we start melting here. If we lose those levels, the 830s. Get news in 10 seconds. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. That absorption level was the perfect trail for the stop. Yeah, New York has been behaving not normally, to say the least. As the markets either adapt or get eaten up. She also has been really range bound for last month. Especially now, she's so thin. Like, look at that bullish candle, 843. It's like a 40 point, normal 40 point candle. And then if you're looking for a long, you wait for a confirmation candle. Like, how do you enter on this? Like, the move's already been played out. Now you gotta wait again for a pullback, for a potential entry. Yeah. What's my professional option? Yeah, the war is not helping, for sure. And it has to be, it yet has to be really volatile. Yet, if we lose the lows, the levels where we bounced from this week, prior weeks, if those break, if on the bigger picture we start failing, I think it's going to be really, really interesting. Look at that level, retest that level perfectly. Not the biggest fan of what I'm doing here, but I'm rolling with it. He's been doing that yesterday too. You get the short idea. She comes up, she wicks you out. That's like 80-point move up in 2 minutes, wicks everyone out, and then continues down, and then just rinse and repeat that 3 times before she eventually broke to the downside. I'm not saying that's going to happen today, but at the same time, this is like an imbalance you want to see get resolved. Sword shot, probably still valid. It's more, it's even more valid right now. See what happens, what develops here. And this is the thing. Like, look at the wicks here, dude. Like, it retests that level, it wicks it. Yes, it kind of looks good for a rejection, then goes back up, and it still looks good for a rejection. It's crazy. Yeah, at the same time, we're still rejecting prior levels from prior day. But structure-wise, I like the short. But I do want to see... That's so freaking brutal, dude. And this is why she's hard to trade. If you be sloppy with your entry like I did here, like, it's not a bad idea. But yeah. Don't be bullish. So overall, I'll be looking for a move to the other side of that swing point, but at the same time, you get news. We're still rejecting that imbalance bullishly to the upside. I just do like the rejections of the upper levels. I do want to see 883 get rejected here and respected. I could start trailing lower if we really... Let me put my stop. That's a bullish close. Because if she starts trading above 930s, that's where I'm more likely to be looking for the long. Looks like someone was out of place again. Like, this is the area I like to be more aggressive with the short, but then she tees lower and I don't want to miss the move. And then you get trapped. Is that the right word? Let's see if they're still going to get absorbed here. If it wicks that, then and she does look strong. Should have done the opposite. Instead of shorting the retest at this level, should have longed this one. All right. So above these levels, that's where I would be looking for strength to happen. At the same time, this could just freaking chop everyone to bits. At the orange level here, this is the level I should be aggressive. Here I should be aggressive. This was in the middle of the freaking range. Not gonna make money in the middle of the range. Might have to wait out the top of the hour here. I do like the area here to do business, long or short, but there's a case to be made to wait for price to break the high or the low. This definitely would have been a better area for a short. Still looks strong though. There's something in me that wants to push short, but I'm having conflicting information here. Kind of want to wait. We got 2 more minutes. "30 seconds till the news drops." She dumps ideal trade location for a short is gonna be gone. But this feels too risky to short right now, especially in this market. Very easy to just get wigged out and continue. 2 seconds. I do like the long though. If it closes above. No shot. Just straight up. Just a 5-point pullback would have been nice. All right, Apex shitting the bed again. So once we swung below that swing point, we see the seller step in, closes bullish. Yeah, that looked very good. So I wanted to be long. Stop was defined below the low. That would have been very nice. Yeah. Potential reload area. Yeah, so from a 30-minute IVB, we push the high, so longs would be enabled here. She's strong here, bouncing very strong. Kind of want to do business in the green box. There's also a weekly level here, that weekly point of control. What a trap. A 70-point candle. That trade idea is gone. Such a brutal market. From a prior day's profile, things are bullish. Above these levels, I want to be bullish. Why is it so hard to be bullish? Right, no pullbacks. I don't want to be in the move with books. It's a nice entry. Melt. Melt. Too strong to melt. Okay. Big candles. It's very annoying to trade here. There was some aggression on the bounce level, but Guess it still looks valid. Profile just didn't point out the POC at that level because it's just a little bit lower than what the POC is. If the POC would have been there, this would have been the area to look for along. So from that point of view, yes. So this rebalance could have been a nice entry. Close above this candle and a retest of that candle could be a thing. The stop just gets really big and she just immediately rebalanced on that level above. This is the most bullish thing price could do. Now I don't want to be in the move if it pulls back. Hitting that weekly POC here, you want to see that get trade above and used as support. I don't think much is holding it back from a move back to the value area on the weekly at this point. Kind of bumped. I got tricked by the NASDAQ here. I mean, did it myself, but was looking at the value area high in the POC from that range, and this was the one to hold. Yeah. I'll still be looking for retests of that level, potential reloads at that level. Same from the bottom one. Let's remove some levels, maybe. Like so. Let's see if she wants to reload. You got some disruption here, so there might be some defense on top here. Damn, we're nearly at 1,000 subscribers. Let's fucking go. As long as everyone pushes the like button, I'm gonna get to 1,000 subscribers this week. Maybe. Depends. Was that the pullback NASDAQ? Nice. Also valid. Most aggressive play. That range high from the IVB from the first 30 minutes. Not something I wanted to do the business in. For me, ideal trade location is at that orange line. The one I shorted, tried to short. I want to see a more substantial pullback towards those levels of aggression on that value area high and that POC. That would have been a nice long. Question is, do I go for a quick cup of coffee? Yeah, 15 minutes till the hourly IB closes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for a quick cup of coffee. Or we dump here. Got cruel oil inventories in 15 minutes too at the IB close. Interesting. That might move the market a little bit. Slightly. You know what? I'm gonna ask someone to make me a cup of coffee. How about that? Right, fuck it. I'm gonna go for a cup of coffee right now. Keep it in range. I'll be right back.
Back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I can let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas. Yeah. They getting nervous, I seen it. What I seen, you wouldn't believe it. They say they want it, I need it. Damn, I'm going dumb like I dropped out of class. Get in my lane and I'm going right past. I turn it up, watch me go to the max. You ain't at first and you notice you last. I thought I told them I'm coming right back. I got a flows like it came from the tap and I came from my city, that's right on my back. Back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I can let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas. Back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I can let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas. That's how I shoot. Lately I'm driven like I'm on the roof. They in my lane, I got told them to move. Now that I'm popping, got too much to lose. Look at the numbers, got nothing to prove. I'm in the city, just me and my crew. Told me I'm sick and I know that it's true, but I'm still gonna ball. It's like I got a flu. Yeah, run it up. I told them that I'm coming back, so let me get all of that. Time is now, I'm coming around to get a check. Said I need my taxes back. Over time, I'm getting mine to get in line, and it's with no respect. That I told them all about the ball, getting chips, feeling like Kobe Shaq. Back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I can let up. They get not tired of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like Berettas. Yeah.
Let's set the roof on fire. Step by step, raise the whole room higher. Pick up your step, don't try hard. Down, up, down like a boom bap choir. Turn out the beat, raise up the heat. Kick up your feet like this, like that. Word on the street says you got the heat, so let's see you move like this, like that.
Right, so no pullback it seems. Is this a prop firm? Buongiorno. Buongiorno. So no reload. Seems like this was the entry. I did sweep it, makes sense. Trade above, buy aggression. Could have been a long. I do get some highs at from Monday's highs at the 25,100s. It's very likely to get tapped. Should have been a little bit more bullish. Strong move up here. $86 prior weekly value area high here. Get the swing high points from Monday at the 100s. So the 30-minute IB play is gone. No reloads anymore. Kind of bummed about that. The hourly is gonna be interesting, because then the buy aggression is on top here. If only that POC was down below, that would have been interesting. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. IVB is shit. Yes, sir. This is Apex prop firm. Apex. Kind of bummed because the best trade location is gone. I mean, I played it the wrong side. Cost up top break even. Probably should have flipped it though. Point to be made to have flipped it. Because still, I mean, that was still doable. Yeah. And then late here. So we swept the highs here from Monday and prior week, which was right here. Now there's a big imbalance, a very big imbalance to the upside. Where's my full screen? Like on a higher time frame, big imbalance to the upside, to the downside. It's gonna get violent in here, I reckon. Kind of waiting for the definitely for the pullback now. For the IB to close and see what makes sense here to play. If at all she pulls back, at the same time she starts pulling back here at these levels. Got 1 more minute left for that oil inventories and the IB to close. Just keeps floating up. IB closed.
Eyes watching me, I got them bitches mad then. 2:33 and I'm still going hard then. I'll buy a building just to burn it down then. Phone keeps on ringing but ain't calling back then. Eyes watching me, I got them bitches mad then. Yeah, badge but no copper, got them hidden, made a cup, a stick or chopper, got a aim, smell a bluffer like a copper, check my goal, let the anger flow, it got in the muscles, fuck they feelings, fuck the green, got sick of fakers,
140-point move, like it's nothing.
she's no clutter, no pain, shot Gucci line and slice up, she's on top of wages, I've been going places, a departer in Tahiti, packed a bomb bikini, fettuccine sup, eyes watching me, I got them bitches mad then, 2:33 and I'm still going hard then, I'll buy a building just to burn it down then, phone keeps on ringing but ain't calling back then, eyes watching me, I got them bitches mad then, eyes have seen what my mind couldn't believe, making loves by women, couple misogynist with degree, I'ma be chasing my dreams while my demons chasing me, such a pessimistic optimist, yeah, realistically, back down can be put in the ground, but feel deep down with the shame and the doubt, pinch yourself, bitch, I just started, burn it down, write it, hit it like a target, bug on bug when I'm a cute, hoodie and a binner, riding in a coupe, keep it going, lot of figures, lot of magic like Houdini, always been a stoop, eyes watching me, I got them bitches mad then, 2:33 and I'm still going hard then, I'll buy a building just to burn it down then, phone keeps on ringing but ain't calling back,
Trying to debate what to do
got them bitches mad then.
if she pulls back. What to do? Is poor structure up? Is poor structure down? Someone should have not gone for coffee. He's even missing the initial play of the IB. Afterwards, Looking back, great setup. Kind of want to do the same thing on the hourly. It's just less clear because we've been trending that much up. That would mean wait for a pullback towards that level. She can obviously bounce at all these levels here. And the only thing that worries me is that we just swept all these highs on that on those session profiles. Kind of want to see price trade above that. We'll see what happens. She's strong so far. I definitely didn't expect this to happen. Otherwise, I would have not gone for coffee. There was a reason why I draw this line here. I was waiting for price to do some business above it or under it, and then to reject, and then long. But that was when I was gone. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Always. Buyers trying to step in here already. It makes sense from a structure, but the higher she goes, the less expected value the trade has. Kind of want to look for it the soonest at these levels too. If she's really strong, it makes sense for her to continue above these levels. This is above those swing points from session from Monday, which I like. I just don't like price being up freaking 200 points. But I don't have to like it. I just have to trade it.
Hey, mamacita, I know you like this beat, I need a feature. I don't even know you, but I'm feeling like I need ya. I ain't about to sit back and watch like a streamer. Eager to meet ya, so I make moves. Got my boy with me and he's gas, cause she rolling with her best friend too. What you trying to do?
Just looking for a close above the prior candle.
Motivate, you should come through. True, it's a vibe. Call you when I land outside. With my bridge and make your best friend slide. And we heading to the west, them sides. Invest in life if you're trying to vibe. Call you when I land outside. See you in a dress looking fire. I wanna put that dress to the side when we get home tonight. Give you X-Man never I respect. Should've showed more feet for the streets. Why you always on the road for? Them other girls I ain't interested. Wouldn't go for. I would never be. They let Arsenal in 04. I don't trip, you might catch me in the night time spitting in random bars. I don't think they can like me, yeah, that's gonna change. I put my hand on heart. She wanna go to the shard. I'm like, yeah, cool, that's hard. Leave your purse, I'll bring my card. It's a vibe. Call you when I land outside. With my bridge and make your best friend slide. And we heading to the west, them sides. Invest in life if you're trying to vibe.
IVB fade.
Land outside. See you in a dress looking fire. I wanna put that dress to the side when we get home tonight.
That is the thing. On the hourly it is. See what happens on these levels here. Okay, so what goes up like this goes down like that. Just not something I was willing to short because the bias was and still is up. This was the play though. Play of the day for sure. And someone was trying to short it. Especially when that lower level fails, this is gonna flush. See how this candle closes. Still would be very aggressive though. Getting back into value from the weekly. Then the move towards the POC becomes let's see if we get trapped or not. Kind of want to see this get regained for a long. So everything under that level, risky business. And she looks heavy. Kind of want to see some aggression too. That would be nice. There's some aggression. Pushing some kind of wall. They broke the wall. You're still short. David. Looking back, it's always interesting to see, but definitely not something I would have shorted. Now it's becoming really unclear because we swept some highs here and don't like that. It could have been a major short squeeze. Get everyone out of their positions, reload, and do the same thing over again. Doing business here feels like doing business in the middle of it all. Kind of want to see that 103 level get regained for it to show strength. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt for a move back up there. But if she doesn't get back to the 103s, this looks it's going to be looking really heavy. $25,000. Give me a normal candle. Freaking NASDAQ. Kind of want to protect myself somewhat closer. Still very heavy. It's got to trade above 61s. So I'll try to step in here. If they push up, I'm protecting the entry. Can we get some follow through, Mr. NASDAQ? Hitting that weekly value area high. She really gonna reject that to the tick. Not something I can flip. At the same time, you gotta be careful what I'm doing right now. Potential level absorption. Kind of want to get in the move, I'm not gonna lie. Could have entered right here. If I had some patience, that would have been a 12-point difference. So I'm already slacking, start slacking with the entries here. This was the main entry at 68. Would have been bouncing from a potential absorption level. Buyer stepping in. Yeah. Thank you, NASDAQ. She's been doing that a lot lately. Just literally trapping me. Like, the trade still makes sense, then stops you out. Like one candle, like a 40-point candle, just down and then back up. That's just fucking interesting to trade. Kind of just want to exit the position, to be honest. What? Didn't even allow me to exit my position? Why would you do that? So I dragged my order on top of price, it didn't do anything. So the long still made sense, NASDAQ. Bro, freaking candles, dude. So brutal. It's probably a case to be made to not be that aggressive with the short, but at the same time, kind of made sense for price to reject. Getting a bit annoyed by this right here. Is that my cue? Freaking gave back some. Was up 800 at one point. Set and forget. Over managing. Maybe. Just not a fan of trade location. Even though the short, I could have been more patient for a rebalance at least. They'll pull back for reload for a move to the current highs would be ideal, but Jesus, if only she would have done that without the 40.1 minute pullback, that would have been nice. NASDAQ. Had a really good entry too. She basically did the same thing to me on the lower here. On that 30-minute IB play. Kind of trapped me short again. Was looking for longs until that level broke. Flipped it. Yeah. Naughty NASDAQ. It's the only play I'm waiting for. If it at all pulls back for a move towards the current highs, but it looks like she wants it right now. She's just floating, floating, floating. These are the best positions to be in. Just trail the lows. Never get stopped out, trailed out. This one might take some time. Jeez. The issue with this is missing the move here, having the patience for the pullback. I mean, this took me 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Like I came back here, so maybe a little bit later. Like half an hour waiting for the pullback, getting a good entry. Put yourself break even, freaking get stopped out by 40-point candle, then moves up. I might need the same amount of patience to do it all over again. Straight location here is not good for long. For me at least. If only. Definitely would have been done. probably something to be said that this was a very aggressive break even. At the same time, when sellers step in, you don't want to see them win the battle. Could have just focused on the lows. Probably should have been more focused on the lows here. Even though that's a very spooky candle. It's just a pullback into that area of demand. Yeah, insane. Do we fade it? Let's fade it. Let's do it. Fading a bullish thing here. Losing patience, that's also not a good thing. What's going to happen now? NASDAQ, are you going to give me like a 40, 50 point candle down to just have a 60 point candle up? I'm interested. Let's find out. Oh, I kind of want to put myself break even. 40 point move. I would still be looking for longs. IB closed bullishly. I would be looking for longs at the value area high here, the 66s.
Connection lost.
I think Rhythmic just freaking died on me. It's impossible. Like, there's multiple forces working against me. NASDAQ is fucking with manipulation candles. Rhythmic is just losing connection. How do you make money? Try to make money in this world. I don't even want to be in that position if that goes up. Getting slightly annoyed by it all. Might be done. This is that aggression level here currently. Still should be looking for longs. Just want to be looking for longs where my take profit is. Some buy aggression at the 80s here too. Basically this whole zone. Yes, sir. Micros. Yes, I wouldn't want to trade this on minis. That's blowing accounts in 0.2 seconds. I could though, but then I would trade so aggressive. People start calling my trades gambling. So yeah, there's that. If I were to be trading on my own, I'll do it. I'll do it. I do like to do just the micro part right now. Even like 5 micros is on a 60 point stop is tight. You could do it. You could do a 30 point stop, but a 30 point stop is very, very tight. If you do that on minis, that's one mini. That's like 30 points. That's $600. I think. I mean, this little thing here, where I went long, this is like 20 points. And then your stop is like right below that swing point, which is very tight. And then on one mini, that's like $600 more. 400. Wait, how many points was that? From entry, 60, stop would be 35. 25 points, that's 500 points, $500 stop on one mini. That's yeah, $500. That's too much. Because I definitely would be. This is one of the reasons why I trail that aggressive, because I'm that used to trade higher size. But I also want to be very protective against pullbacks. But then you get a lot of this shit. It's definitely one of my strong and weak points at the same time, because more than not, price will do this. But at the same time, there's a lot of times where it protects you from a lot of drawdown or losses. At the same time, when I get stopped out like this, I should just wait and confirm that my buy is still long until we break that swing point low. And then when she bounces again, just re-enter that move. That's basically what I should have done instead of flipping it short. Yeah, so that's a mistake on me. Obviously. Very likely to trail very tight if we hit that level. At the same time, I will trail, so I will give it more room if it decides to do like a flush, but I will trail these lows here. This is the area where I would be looking for longs, so kind of want to. This is the level. This is the higher high. This could be a potential higher low area. Can we just flush it? Very likely to bounce over here. $200 is $200. Hitting that aggression on the left side here. Especially when we start hitting that value on that buy aggression, I want to step in. Something happens right there. Can we just use that as resistance and melt? Let's be greedy. Let's put it. Damn, that's $500 on $560 on 2 micros. Okay. Kind of want to be very tight here too. This is the best feeling ever. Just price floating away. I'm very aggressive with my stop here because I want to be basically out if it bounces here. Very likely to get stopped out. Just giving it a little bit of room to maybe flush. Kind of wish I was heavier in size though. This would be the area to look for a long. Still looks heavy. Could have waited for the close of that candle, then chill the high of the candle. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Damn, that was like 70-point move. Slide the area. That's the value AI from a Monday, I think, no? Oh. Okay, NASDAQ, break even. So there's a case to be made for me to be too aggressive with the break even here. At the same time, look at that freaking wick.
Taking big shots, just stop where I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot, I ain't playing like a 6 spot. Pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot.
Close this candle, then push up from this candle. I like the close. Push up. Push, push, push. Kind of want to see it leave a little bit of an imbalance. Go, 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 go. Very likely to rebalance. Okay. Push. Gonna get stopped out. I could give it 24 bucks. At least give it the room. NASDAQ, don't freaking fake me out here. Area is still valid. Whoa, 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 those orders. Maybe that last ad was too much.
Pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot. I ain't missing cause you know I'm taking big shots. Just stop where I'm driven, no piss stops. This hot, I ain't playing chip shot. I ain't missing cause you know I'm taking big shots. Just stop where I'm driven, no pit stops. This hot, I ain't playing like a 6 spot. Pissed off, thought I told him this a chip shot. I ain't missing cause you know I'm taking big shots.
Kind of expecting the fuckery here. Ideally, close above that imbalance. Hello, sir. I think we're good on the editor part. Already had someone asking me that. I don't really need it for the live streams either way, so. Continuation. Do not absorb. Kind of want to see continuation from this move. Otherwise, she's very likely to reverse towards the downside. So zooming out from the bigger picture, we're just getting a little bit late in the session. Still looks good from a move up here. She might be running out of juice. Could have been late with the entry here. Would have saved me 10 points. Potato, potato.
I get the money and it's right on cue. Keep the duffel bag up inside my coupe. Hold a couple racks, tell 'em I love you. You wanna be a boss, do it like I do. Yeah. Get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. I get that money, I'ma flex. You now rockin' with the best.
Sir, NASDAQ. NASDAQ. Why would you do it? Why would you do that, NASDAQ? Like imagine trading these on minis. And obviously all the plays got played out already. Do like the hold here. Overall level of absorption. Push to So overall, the trade makes sense for a move back to the highs. I'll be looking for that aggression first. Probably a place for me to take profit. Just a few points below. Just again, same time before, ugly price action. Definitely trapping a lot of people. Definitely trapping a lot of people. Do I want to move my stop to my take profit to the moon, or do I leave it where it is? It's able to pull back a lot and still look good. Maybe, just maybe I can push more buttons. So you definitely want to see that lower imbalance get hold for the aggression. So I might have missed out on adding here. Maybe. If I add here, I would be up here. Yeah. Might just let it play out. But you definitely want to see this one get left. You want to give it also the room for it to round out. Give it time to build momentum. Maybe if there's some green bubbles popping in, I might join with some ads and drag my take profit further away. Yeah, bottom of the hour closing in right now. Some sell aggression. Might just put it up higher and then trail myself just very tight when she hits 134. Come on, NASDAQ, maybe make me be done. Now I can protect my stop break even because I don't want to see those sellers get winning the battle here. I want to see continuation very obviously. Once we start pushing 34s, I'll be trailing. Still looks good. She just needs to push through. It's probably gonna do some scam wick down and then up or something. Waiting with the trail. Case to be made to drop it here, $200, but then very likely to be trailed out here. Dropping a trail right there initially. Getting past that level, get past that level, get past that level. Don't reject it to the tick. The levels are too good. Going for a $200 take profit. It's very likely to reject here. Immediate rebalance. Push. Push. Nope. We're still in by some reason. Push. NASDAQ. And we're out in about, we're still in. This one needs to push. More. Don't reject again. I don't want to be in if it is. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci. Should have been a better day. Definitely could have way more. Made way more. Not too bad after all. So I'm not proud of my performance. I still made money, so that's a good thing. Someone's getting hungry, so I think that's my cue for this Wednesday. Still strong for upside. Potential plays for me would be waiting now for the break, long above. So price will be floating up, drifting, however Fabio calls this, and or potentially a reload at the same level. At the same time, the further we are going into the session, the lower all that probability becomes. And yeah, I think I'll save my P&L for another day. Just get a green day in. Build it up, build the momentum back up again. So yeah, right. I hope everyone had a nice day. Someone's gonna eat a lot of food because I'm really hungry. I can't push buttons anymore. It won't be good for my P&L. So that's it. I hope everyone had a good day. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Peace.